All right, chapter 5, part 3. This is more of that Danse Macabre chapter, or the Macabre as they call it. Kind of that mysterious scene of going into the old town and everyone dancing together and being visited, the living and the dead dancing together and being visited by the lady on the gray. So we're picking up where that left off. Bod woke the next afternoon in the Owens' tomb feeling like he knew a huge secret, that he had done something important and was burning to talk about it. When Mistress Owens got up, Bod said, "That was amazing last night." Mistress Owens said, "Oh, yes?" "We danced," said Bod, "all of us, down in the old town." "Did we indeed?" said Mistress Owens with a snort. "Dancing, is it? And you know you aren't allowed down into the town." Bod knew better than to try and talk to his mother when she was in this kind of mood. He slipped out of the tomb into the gathering dusk. He walked up the hill to the black obelisk in Josiah Worthington's stone, where there was a natural amphitheater, and he could look out at the old town and the lights of the city around it. Josiah Worthington was standing beside him. Bod said, "You began the dance. With the mayor. You danced with her." Josiah Worthington looked at him and said nothing. "You did," said Bod. Josiah Worthington said, "The dead and the living do not mingle, boy. We are no longer part of their world, and they are no part of ours. If it happened that we danced the Danse Macabre with them, the dance of death, then we would not speak of it, and we certainly would not speak of it to the living." "But I'm one of you." "Not yet, boy. Not for a lifetime." And Bod realized why he had danced as one of the living, and not as one of the crew that had walked down the hill. And he said only, I think. He went down the hill at a run, a 10-year-old boy in a hurry, going so fast he almost tripped over Digby Pool, 1785 to 1860. "As I am, so shall you be," righting himself by effort of will, and charged down to the old chapel, scared he would miss Silas, that his guardian would already be gone by the time Bod got there. Bod sat down on the bench. There was a movement beside him, although he heard nothing move, and his guardian said, "Good evening, Bod." "You were there last night," said Bod. "Don't try and say you weren't there or something, because I know you were." "Yes," said Silas. "I danced with her, with the lady on the white horse." "Did you?" "You saw it. You watched us, the living and the dead. We were dancing. Why won't anyone talk about it?" "Because there are mysteries. Because there are things that people are forbidden to speak about. Because there are things they do not remember." "But you're speaking about it right now. We are talking about the Macabre." "I have not danced it," said Silas. "You saw it, though." Silas said, "I don't know what I saw." "I danced with the lady, Silas," exclaimed Bod. His guardian looked almost heartbroken then, and Bod found himself scared, like a child who has woken a sleeping panther. Go Panthers. But all Silas said was, "This conversation is at an end." Bod might have said something. There were 100 things he wanted to say, unwise though it might have been to say them, when something distracted his attention. A rustling noise, soft and gentle, and a cold feather touch as something brushed his face. All thoughts of dancing were forgotten then, and his fear was replaced with delight and with awe. It was the 3rd time in his life he had seen it. "Look, Silas, it's snowing," he said, joy filling his chest and his head, leaving no room for anything else. "It's really snow!" That's the end of that chapter.